Alright.
That's actually a good thing.
Alright, so
Yeah, we're going this way.
this is my world history project. Let me quickly come over here.
Yeah, this is
My
some
nation is
bullshit
called
over here.
the Thunder Nation,
Yeah, I'm trying.
and
Menacingly.
we are a theocratic, unitary kind of government.
Just standing there menacingly.
Over here is a village that has a few arenas, a shop over there,
I could not get a single. Oh, you actually.
Pokemon Center
I think
here,
you actually get cash from those, even if you just
and a few
suck.
houses. Now, being theocratic unitary, we have a church. Inside said church,
I have 300.
we have some gods.
Yes. I have 300.
The reason why I went a Pokemon universe for this, it's because Pokemon already has godlike entities within the game.
Over and over again, pretty much.
So the top dog here is the Pokemon Arceus. It is, in the Pokemon lore in Sinnoh, really the strongest Pokemon in existence, and can basically challenge any Pokemon it wants to a fight. Then we have Kyogre, god of the waters. We worship this one for rain during droughts, and for really, really good harvests. For Arceus, we just worship it in general for good fortune in the future. Groudon here is our god of the land, and like Kyogre, we worship for this one for any sort of protection from floods that Kyogre may spawn, as well as good farming. Now for Kyogre's lore, it's basically god of water and Hoenn legend, having the power to control the levels of the ocean. Sorry if I'm lagging. While Groudon over here is god of the land and can control land masses by making volcanoes erupt and all that. Groudon and Kyogre are pure rivals, but it kind of fits having them as two of our gods, seeing that one controls land, the other controls water. Then we have our two gods of war. Zacian here from Galar is our god of war for offensive, meaning that while we're attacking an enemy nation, we worship Zacian for the success of that attack. While for our defensive god of war is Zamazenta. Zamazenta here is in case we get attacked and we need a god to worship in case of attack. Zamazenta here is the one we worship in order to defend. Now over to my castle, which I built just outside the perimeter of the wall, but only has one entry point inside. In here is the throne room where our rulers stay. It's a little bit modest, but I honestly do not mind that. And the Pixelmon mod did not really have a throne-like object that I could use, so I had to do green armchairs blended with emeralds. Over here is our law, punishment, and constitution section, where all the laws, punishments, and the constitution are housed. Let's start off with our foreign policy. Our constitution is that the Thunder Nation will follow visions of Psychic-type Pokemon, because certain Pokemon like Gardevoir and Espeon have the ability to see into the future. And those Pokemon are given their visions by our top god, Arceus, with all the gods in our church. Our judiciary system is based off integrity of trainers, and our executive/legislative body is the king. Slavery will not be allowed in this nation,
I have another burst,
and this very constitution can be amended by the following way. King/Queen will write the amendment and send it to the people to edit, which when done the king and queen will make final tweaks and pass it. So what that means is the king or queen will write up the amendment, send it to the people will edit it, send it back to the ruler, and the ruler will make any sort of final tweaks to it, and after that we'll pass it. And then our foreign policy will be based on nation security to keep ourselves in the power of our own nation and ensuring potential enemies won't get the technology and power we've got. Immigrants will be allowed from allied nations, any nation in the United Nations today. Immigrants from nations outside the UN won't be allowed in unless proven they won't take anything from the Thunder Nation. Trade will be with any United Nations nation as well for security purposes. And the military will consist of steel-type Pokemon, since projectiles like bullets won't... Shut up! Shut up!
I'm in a call as well, so you shut up as well.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing a video for my project. Sorry about that, my brother's not shutting up. Steel types are essentially immune to whatever bullets can be thrown at them. Psychic types can stop any sort of projectile, and for ghost types, projectiles just go right through them, making a very annoying combination of trainers to fight against. And if possible, and if we need to, we will summon the mythical Pokemon Hoopa, which has the ability to create portals in order to completely divert a nuke. For our laws, anything a Pokemon steals, the trainer has to return. Any damage to a property a Pokemon does, the trainer has to fix it. And stealing/scamming Pokemon is not allowed. So basically, for the first two laws, if a Pokemon steals or breaks something on another trainer's land, let's say it's a Torterra, the Torterra's trainer will have to pay back or return anything stolen or damaged to the very person the Torterra either attacked or stole from. And then for our punishments, punishment 1, if the item a Pokemon steals has failed to be returned, then the trainer will be sentenced to a 1-year prison sentence. If damage from the Pokemon isn't undone by its owner, then the trainer will be sentenced to 5 years. And if anyone steals Pokemon from another trainer, the thief will be in prison for 10 years or more, depending on how many Pokemon are stolen. And then over here is our treasury. That pretty much concludes my world history project and
Oh, come on.
my Thunder Nation.
They're flanking.
Our unit of currency is the Poké-Dollar. We will be a heavy market-based economy, so what that means is, well, a heavy trade economy. So what that means is that we will be mainly trading with nations that are in the United Nations to build up our economy and all that. So what my nation builds will be sent out via merchants, or gathers from bosses will be sent out via the merchants. And traded for other essential resources. So like, let's say we need food, we can send out merchants, trade out healing items, Pokeballs, or Pokemon, and basically get what we need by using our unique resources to our advantage.
Let's all die.
Anyway, that concludes my project. Hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to do another one of these in future.